What's up, guys? Let's just jump right into this reading. I'm ready. So the first cards that's coming out is the Emperor and the Strength card. So somebody that's an authority is facing a difficult conversation or something like that. Maybe you're Aries and you want to have a conversation with a Leo or another fire sign. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, you definitely have something that you want to say to this person. You want to come in quick. Something is changing. Something that you want to change. You want to tell somebody that something changed for the better, I'm guessing. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what else is in this energy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so when it comes to this Emperor, give me something for this energy. Sorry if the cards is blurry, y'all. I do apologize. But I hope it doesn't affect the message. Somebody could be 48. They could have been born in 84. Somebody is expecting this Emperor. What is they expecting this Emperor? Why is they expecting this Emperor? What's going on with this Emperor and what is somebody expecting? When it comes to this energy. A thief. A thief. The Emperor. Expecting thief energy. Adjudication. So maybe this masculine that's the boss or whatever has a case. Maybe in the past somebody set them up with somebody that was a thief and now they're going to jail. They're going in front of a judge. The judge is listening to them. I'm thinking about Judge Mathis. Maybe some of y'all watching Judge Mathis. And they're talking about how somebody stole something and they was waiting on them to come back. Maybe a car. I just wanted to say car or something. But you're waiting on... Okay, so this Emperor could be waiting on somebody to communicate to them about a thief. Or they know something about a thief and they want to communicate this to somebody before they go to court. They know who stole something. Give me something on this Strength card, Spirit. Thank you. 305. Something on this Strength card. A message of concern. So when you hear this message of concern about what this thief did or what they was expecting this thief to do, then you have to be strong. They're encouraging you to be strong. But you'll be able to face it calmly because you know that it's a concern already about great fortune. So maybe since you was strong, you was able to receive this message, which brought you great fortune, where it made you stronger when it came to this Emperor, this privileged lady. When it came to this privileged lady that had great fortune, you knew it was a message of concern, so you had to go into a conversation with somebody that was maybe a Leo. Is this privileged lady that this Aries was dealing with? Okay, what about this Knight of Swords? Thoughts. So yeah, somebody's having racing thoughts about communicating something to this woman that's expecting this person to come. But they know that somebody's a thief and they're in court. So somebody want to come back and tell them what happened in court about this lady or this man in this marriage. So you know, somebody knows about a marriage and they have somebody but they still think about somebody. And they're being false. So this married person is thinking about somebody else. And the wife knows that he's being false and they're not talking. Yeah, they're not talking. They know that somebody works with some older man and an older woman, maybe a mom and dad, but they got locked up. And now this main female got locked up. Somebody received something wealth, but now they're in poverty because shit changed. Because a wealthy man was the official person to receive whatever this was they were supposed to be getting when it came to a child. So maybe you had to go in front of a court. Maybe you had to go in front of the judge because you was going to court in front of a judge about child support. So Emperor, a boss daddy or whatever, could have been going in front of the court. This could have happened April 28th, 2024. You could have been 30 at this time. Okay, so anyway, so Emperor had to go in front of a judge because they wanted to say that a thief, what this lady was expecting, which probably was money, was not supposed to been given it. You see what I'm saying? So okay, so they went in front of a judge about child support. This lady was expecting child support, but it didn't come. So somebody stole some money when it came to this child. So they're encouraging somebody to be smart and not like act out, be strong. No, you already got the message about this great fortune going to a privileged lady. So since you already know this, then when it comes to 12/14, 2026 or something like that, don't be mad if it stops. Don't be mad if it starts. Like, don't, like, something is going to happen to where this privileged lady that has great fortune is going to get a message of concern about why she shouldn't act out about this child support when it comes to this emperor. Somebody was false in this marriage, and they knew that this man was thinking about this other lady, so they running in to tell this Leo or this Aries about one of these people, the privileged lady or something. When it came to somebody working together at somebody's job, that it was like a mom and dad or something like that. Alright, give me some tea for this emperor and all this energy up in her, expecting the thief adjudication. Give me a message. Just give me one. Matter of fact, no, we don't want them. We don't want them yet. Some of y'all might be listening to music, relaxing on the couch, whatever, watching TV, YouTube videos. Some of y'all could be laying in bed, thinking about this whole situation, scrolling your phone. Yeah, so somebody was puzzled when it came to this. But all the signs point to somebody getting a message that didn't come to somebody else, maybe an emperor. They remember this message that they got. And they know that they needed to cleanse from this false person. They knew that these memories had somebody puzzled and they needed to cleanse, detox, or whatever to get their mind right. Because it was too much for them to bear. Okay, now we got that. Let me see. Now give me some more while they puzzled. This emperor is puzzled when it came to this thief. Because somebody was being clout hungry. Somebody was being clout hungry because somebody was looking at some memories and they got screenshots to prove that. So they have screenshots as memories, so that's what they're doing, watching it. They're reminiscing. So that's why they're getting a message of concern. And this lady in this marriage with this emperor knows that this person is thinking about somebody else. So they're dodging bullets. Somebody was being clout hungry. They took screenshots so they could dodge bullets from this court case. They was kissing ass. They was kissing ass just so they could boss daddy they was kissing ass to the boss daddy so they can get screenshots so they can know how to dodge bullets from these karmic friends that was in Wolves in Sheep's Clothing. Because they was really trying to fuck on their dude. So they'll fake smile to a cream rising while they go see they dude. Because they was just going to marry for money. They just wanted to be around somebody that had money. But a lot of people was unfazed. Somebody was unfazed. They wasn't even looking. They all looking at him, she looking down. They wasn't unfazed because of the addictions, the toxics, the drugs. They didn't care because they knew that it wasn't going to do nothing but make them catch a case. So they ignored everything that they said and they moving on. And they definitely is moving on. Okay, Spirit. You my big brother and had sex with my sister. Maybe somebody had sex with somebody's sister and bragged about it. But they caught a case. That's crazy. Okay, give me some more messages for this collective reading, Spirit. Thank you. Somebody feels guilty. They feel guilt, or they know that somebody's guilty for something. Maybe this emperor. Yeah, they feel like there were obstacles, so somebody had to be strong. This privileged lady. Now they just want to embrace, after they cleanse, they want to embrace to somebody that they used to be with, because that's where their heart is and their power is there, and they cherish them. And it's really tempting for them to come see them, but all they can do is just wait on clarity. When they got clarity, they learned respect. They figured out what respect was. Looking at myself like a flunky. On the phone with LaShonda. Okay, let me get some more. Thank you, Spirit. What else do they need to know? Collective reading. Thank you, Lord. So a conflict. They feel guilty about starting a fight with this person. They was doing it for clout. And then they was puzzled about something, a courtship or something like that. And that's why somebody was strong enough to protest against something. So they knew that they had obstacles, but they was protesting it, and they stood strong because they had screenshots about this group, this friend group. With this friend group, that's why they knew they was dodging bullets. So they got with this boss daddy to act funny with them. They got with this motherfucking emperor to act fun with them, possibly even get this person pregnant and still be looking at other people. And they knew that what they was doing, they wanted the pictures of who was this baby daddy. Who was this baby mama, who was this baby daddy, what they was having, a boy or a girl. They was being real nosy. Somebody was being in somebody's business. And when it came to this child, when it came to a child that this person was paying child support for already. So they went and protested because somebody got a message in the mail. A letter in the mail. And they was like, you should protest it. You should go against your baby mama, fight with them. But now this person feel guilty because they felt like they got bribed. And they said, but it's going to be okay when it comes to this friends group. Because they're going to make it right with this sweetheart. Because they know that all her friends was trying to hunch on them since they've been married. They was trying to come into their marriage since they was married. So that's why they know that somebody moved on when they caught a case. Because they wasn't trying to listen to the coach. They had somebody actually telling them that this was what they was doing, but no, they was not listening. So that's why they feel guilty about this situation. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you could have grew up with this person. You could have been with this person since you was a teen, or maybe y'all even stayed next door to each other when y'all was young. Y'all families got together. Yeah, I mean, y'all know each other for a long time. Or y'all thought that y'all was going to grow old together or something. Yeah, y'all was praying. Y'all was praying to make this work. Or at least somebody is, but somebody's really up at night because they knew that somebody had a lot of masks on. They was wearing different faces. And they knew that's about a robbery, so that's why that thief was here. So they knew that somebody was trying to steal this family. But they're going to get justice because they have evidence that somebody was stable. They were stable. They definitely was stable. But they just say anything just to break up a family. Hey. Okay, let's see what confession message they want to give you guys. Because you know everybody want to confess. Let's see what they want to say. Love. I've seen love. Okay, when it comes to this energy for collective, what is the message that they want to confess to? That they doubted their faith. They definitely doubted their faith. And they went against you. But everything, they're going to make everything okay when it comes to this friendship. They want you to hold them. So they want you to hold them because you was inspired. You gave them inspiration. So just hold them to what they said they're going to do. Because they learned about divine timing. So they say you got to wait. They still want it to be their world, but we already know that's not happening because they already messed up. Got no weed. Okay. Now what's something else that could be related to this message for collective? 1632. They missing you and they thinking of you. They want to see you. They want to talk to you. They already probably been watching you anyways. They just miss you talking to them. Yeah, but you said no more second chances. So you don't even think that you're going to, like, once you get this information, you're not even going to be like, you're going to want to break up. Yeah, you're not going to even want to go back with them because you're going to see that this person was chasing clout just to start a conflict because these hoes want to sleep with your dude or however that is. Yeah, because you had a secret admirer or because you got a secret admirer now. So now you're going to be moving on. You already found somebody else. Yep, renew hope, and they treat you better. So you're not worried about this person that was the boss daddy that was fucking on your friends and they was trying to tell you, somebody was trying to tell you, but you was being stubborn and now you're single. So maybe you're not getting with nobody because you're ghosting people because you're at the crossroads and you're done with people's lives. So you changing it and there ain't going to be no more heartbreak because all it is intimacy. When you have intimacy, all it does is hurt you. So you just don't want to be worrying about no storms happening. So we're not going to be jumping on nobody else's thingy. Little wee wee. Okay, let me see. None of this rehearsed. Shouts out Bobby Fishkill. Okay, let me get some tarot for this energy. Thank you, Spirit. Give me some messages for a collective. So, the Knight of Pentacles. So, somebody's got an offer to come bring you. They're going to bring you something. Maybe they race horses or dogs. They breed dogs and they got some money in that. They got some money into that. And they want to come bring you this money to make up this Emperor. Maybe that's what you're expecting. Yeah. Because they've been given to other people. People have been asking them for stuff. But they want to give it to old love. So a Knight of Pentacles is taking a Six of Pentacles to a lover. So somebody's taking some money to somebody that's giving it to somebody else. And that's the message that you need to hear. Yeah, King of Swords. Energy. Somebody was an Emperor feels like somebody is giving somebody else money from their childhood. Well, not even childhood, but they're just giving money out. They're either giving and receiving money to a lover, but that they hold as a King of Swords because they help them whenever they need help. Yeah, so whenever they need help, whenever they're left out in the cold, they have somebody that they can give money to because they owe them, because they helped them out or something. So they're paying somebody back. This lover, that they know that once they're left out in the cold, they're going to get this Ace of Pentacles. So if they ever left them, okay, so boom, say that this Knight of Pentacles was given Emperor money, right? But the Emperor was giving it to a lover. Like, somebody was giving this man, this money was coming in slow, but they was giving it to a lover. But a King of Swords said they're going to put you out. Somebody, a King of Swords energy said they're going to put you out. They told them that this lover's going to put them out, which it did. So they had to go back in their bed. They had to start all the way over. They had to have a new beginning when it came to looking for a job and all this. Maybe they was dealing with a fisherman. Maybe they was dealing with fishing, or they was trying to see how they was going to get their money out the mud. They had to get their money out the mud. Yeah, after they carried their burdens. Or this money was going to carry, since they was out in the cold, they did anything to get money. And it just left them with burdens. But that was justice, though. So somebody was giving money to somebody else, and they wasn't supposed to be doing that. Instead of paying their child support, they was paying somebody else. And their girlfriend, not their baby mom, they wasn't paying their baby mama that was expecting this money. Rather, they took them to the courthouse and got them off of there. And since they knew this, they was protesting about these obstacles that this baby daddy was doing, while she knew that he was fucking on his homegirls and all this other stuff, because they was faking flogging and it was drugs involved and all this other stuff. And yeah, the Emperor right there, boom, because that's what started with. The Emperor, the person that feel like they got the whole world in their hands. This is all behind the Emperor. This is all behind the Emperor. So this Emperor better be careful, because he might be getting 10 swords, trying to get this money in this family with this Queen of Swords. After, yeah, this Queen of Swords is gonna jack this Emperor. So it's a third party in there. Somebody's being false, but somebody in there is a thief too. So I don't know if it's the baby mama or if it's the Queen of Swords. But either way it go, like in between this Emperor and this Queen of Swords, which is the truth, is going to be a 10 of Pentacles and a 10 of Swords. That's 10-10, and that's equal. So either this Emperor is going to get backstabbed and this Queen of Swords is going to get this money, or they're going to have to share this between each other. But one has the world, one want to run the street, and one want to talk and spill the tea. So whoever this Knight of Swords is coming in quick, got to be this Queen of Swords energy. And that's how they going to get justice for somebody putting somebody out, because they had slow money. They had money coming in slow, and they still was giving it to somebody else. They didn't want that. They protest against that. They even bribed somebody to protest. Yeah. Let me see what else we got. Somebody wants you to lift up their spirits because they're going through all this. So you might be getting a phone call from somebody complaining about going to court and all this other stuff. Mother knows who did it and still won't tell. So the mom is involved in this heavy somewhere, but the games is over. So with this games being over, they must have got what they wanted. But a emperor is not feeling good about how he treated his baby mama or his side or his girlfriend because somebody was cheating. And somebody's trying to give up. Are they giving up because of simple things? That's how they broke up, because of simple things. People in people business. Yeah, this is definitely a fire sign male, but they might have a fire sign male son. They are in the public eye, and don't stop at the red light, and that's free. That's free. Let me get some signs. Let me get some signs so this could be involved when it comes to the collective. Aries, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, there's a rat out here. All I see is that mouse. Somebody told just to get famous. A Taurus, a Cancer, they work with these friends just to get famous. A Sagittarius. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Please like, follow, and share.